What we're doing here today is we're coming to the customer's house. They'd like a pet door through their glass window. And the first step is to measure up that window. So we need to remove the frame so it can gain access to the locking strips on the other side. So removing the window. Okay, now what we have to do is to remove the outer locking trim around here. We can use a flat bladed paint remover for that by simply going in to the edge of the trim, pushing it out, and then the trim pops out. Do that all the way around. Make sure you get a correct measurement. And with your tape measure, you want to measure the height and the width of your glass. Make sure you get the correct size. Okay, after you've got the width, the most important thing is to measure the thickness of the glass. And how we do that is we use a rule, push it through to the frame at the back, take the measurement, and that's the thickness of your glass. Just allow a little bit in that measurement for the glazier's tape on the other side. And then we reattach all the trim once we have the measurements by clicking it back in. Reinstall the glass for the homeowner so they have a window for the week to 2 weeks while you wait for the new unit of glass. Once you've ordered your glass, it takes between 1 to 2 weeks to come in. While you're waiting for that, petaccesssolutions.com will have assembled your custom kit for your Plexidor glass conversion unit. So when your kit arrives, you'll already have your glass. Simply open the box, make sure all the pieces are there, the external trim pieces, screws, key. More importantly, the Plexidor pet door with our conversion kit installed. First of all, you want to do a test fit before removing the backing on the double-sided tape, just in case. So place that in the hole. Looking down through these holes, you want to make sure that you can't see the glass and that your screws will go all the way through to the exterior trim kit. Then using a rule or a tape measure, just measuring off the edge of your piece of glass to make sure that the pet door is square. Once you have it square, use a piece of painter's tape to use as a guide so that when you reinstall it, after removing the backing tape, you have a nice guideline. While you're test fitting it, make sure to test the key to make sure that it functions fully and that it removes in the open position and again in the closed position. Then remove the door. Remove the tape. Remove the backing on the tape. Then reinstall using your tape as a guide and pushing the top covers of the springs against the top edge of the glass. When pushing down on the glass, make sure you press from both sides to apply equal pressure. Remove the tape. And turn your glass unit over. Then remove your exterior trim from the wrapping. It also has the double-sided tape on it. And we'll start with the side trim first. Remove the backing tape. Then place those in place by first pushing against the edge of the pet door and then down against the glass. This holds everything in place. while you put the screws in. On a small unit like this, it's much easier to just lift it up and tilt it on its side. On a larger unit, you would leave it flat and hanging off the end of the table. Pushing it down on the glass. The bottom trim. Pushing against the frame of the pet door and then on down on the glass. In wet locations and cold weather, you can also apply a bead of silicone on the inside of the pet door before you place the trim, and that'll seal up any little holes that may allow any water come through. But basically that's how the kit installs. Then once you have it installed like this in your shop, you take it back to the customer's house and repeat the same process of removing the trim and putting it back into the frame of the window. Once the trim is removed, go to the other side of the door using a sharp knife. Cut your way around the glazier's putty. Once you have your Plexidor pet door installed into your new unit of glass, you go ahead and then install it into your window. Like so, pushing the tape down. And then install your trim around the glass, locking the glass in place. And then reinstall your window back into the frame. It slides, clears the exterior frame, and that's how you put a Plexidor pet door using a petaccesssolutions.com conversion glass unit.
Good boy. Where's my